Hey everybody, it's Rebecca. I wanted to talk a little bit today about goal setting with your kids, with your students. And I think it is important for kids to be able to set their own goals. We have this thing in education called self-regulation, where you're teaching kids to be aware of their own behavior, their own tendencies, their own weaknesses, and for them to be the ones in charge of tweaking those things and making improvements. So today, my son came to me with a list of 6 things that he wants to work on. And these are all things that I've talked to him before about: his handwriting, slowing down, his grammar, things like that, things that he knows, but he just needs to take the time to really think about them and apply them. And when he brought this list to me, I could have just said, well, I've told you all of these things before, but the fact that he is now taking ownership of those things, I think just shows that he really is now motivated to do those things. So I'm planning on displaying that list, going over with it with him, reminding him of it, not in a punitive way, but just in a way to kind of come alongside him and coach him. And so that's one thing I just wanted to just say a quick word about with kids in their education and just in their behavior in general, is coming alongside and how can we help coach kids. Certainly there needs to be consequences at times for behavior, and we need to have those things in place. But there are times when I think kids, they kind of get so wrapped up in their impulsivity and their own, little brains trying to figure out all this information, how to process all these things, that they just sometimes need us to come alongside them and coach them and help peel back the layers of what's going on. Why are they reacting this way, to what's going on in front of them, and how to help them to, okay, here, let's see, kind of what's going on. Let's kind of take a step back and narrate for a second, instead of just getting caught up in, this is what you're doing wrong and this is why, you need to be punished and feel bad about it. So I just want to encourage everybody here, especially at this end of the year time. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of accountability. And so there's pressure that we feel, not only as our kids' teachers, but obviously as their parents. So I just want to encourage you, just kind of at times, just take a step back from the emotion, and how can I help my child, my student, to think long term? And let's not just think about, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, but let's think about this a person as an individual who's coming up, and developing their character, developing their scholarship, just looking at it long term, and really how to help them and coach them, looking at it from a long-term perspective versus just kind of getting caught up in one particular assignment, one particular assessment, and look at it, in the long run. How is this going to affect them in 5 to 10 years, throughout their life? Is it going to be more beneficial to them for me to try to calm down, help them to, again, peel back the layers of maybe this particular behavior and how to help them to understand it, versus just kind of coming down on them. So just a little bit of encouragement. And I'm excited about my son and his list of goals that he's wanting to work on. And I will let you know the progress that he's making. Bye.